Yes, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Warzone Jones coming at you with an MMA related topic video, but it does involve a former pro wrestler. So if you are into pro wrestling, you might like this video too. But it is a prediction of an MMA fight between two individuals, CM Punk and Jason David Frank. If you don't know who Jason David Frank is, Jason David Frank was this actor who was a Power Ranger back in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the 1990s. The most famous Power Ranger really of all time. Like he's the most popular guy even until this day. He was the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the Red Ranger, and the Black Ranger. Now, even though you may be thinking that, okay, well, this guy is a Power Ranger, and why are you talking about this guy? Well, Jason David Frank is actually an actual martial artist. He has done kickboxing fights. He has had some MMA fights. He is challenging CM Punk to an MMA fight. Now, CM Punk, former pro wrestler, former WWE champion, he is now in the UFC. He has no opponent. And guess what? Jason David Frank has been challenging him, on the internet, on his Facebook page. He flirts with the idea of challenging CM Punk. He really wants to be the first guy who fights him. Jason David Frank, although yes, he was a Power Ranger and wore all these colors. Some people will probably look at Power Rangers and say, it's a joke. But, Jason David Frank is an actual martial artist. So he knows martial arts. Like I said, he has kickboxing fights. He has Muay Thai fights, MMA fights. I haven't seen him lose a fight, yet. I really haven't. So I know what this guy can do because I've seen him actually fight in actual martial arts. Unlike CM Punk, a guy who I've heard say, I heard him say, yeah, I've done martial arts, kickboxing, and he heard him say he done jiu-jitsu, but I never seen him actually take part in an actual fight, any type of fight. Doesn't matter, bar fight, street fight, MMA fight. I haven't seen him in nothing, no type of fighting, but I have seen Jason David Frank. So this is my predictions. If I had to actually choose who would win in a fight between these two guys, I'll have to pick Jason David Frank, based off of the fact that he has actual martial arts experience, based off the fact that he has experience in actually fighting. I'm talking about actual fight, like in the ring, one-on-one, with the rules and the gloves. So he wouldn't be as nervous as a CM Punk would, because CM Punk, I don't think CM Punk getting fights every day, especially MMA fights. He has no experience. So, a lot of people also look at CM Punk probably say, okay, well, he's a joke. People will probably look at this and say, okay, it's a pro wrestler versus a Power Ranger. A joke. A lot of people will probably do that. But I think if you are a fan of both, to you it wouldn't be a joke. To you it would be kind of intriguing. So to me, it is very intriguing because I grew up watching Jason David Frank, Tommy from the Power Rangers. I grew up watching that guy. Like I pretended to be all his colors, Green Ranger or Red Ranger. Probably not the Black Ranger. By the time he was the Black Ranger, I was already too old. I was about like 17, 18 years old. But Jason David Frank, man, is an actual martial artist. If you don't know who Jason David Frank is, by the way, type in his name. He had a really cool fight on Superhero Beatdown. You can find that on the YouTube. He had a fight where he's wearing his White Ranger uniform and he fought Scorpion. He has another fight where he's wearing his Green Ranger uniform and he fought Ryu. So he has a fight with Ryu from Scorpion. A fight with Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and a fight with Ryu from Street Fighter. So if you don't know who that guy is, just go ahead and check him out. He does have a couple fights too, also on the YouTube, from his kickboxing to his MMA. So you can check him out on that. So if I had to pick, once again, who would win a fight between those two, I would have to lean towards Jason David Frank because of what I said. He has actual martial arts experience. I've seen him win his fights. CM Punk, a guy who we just don't know what he has yet. So we don't know what CM Punk is capable of. We don't know what the man got just yet. Hopefully, eventually we will figure out. But as for right now, we just don't know what CM Punk has. So those are my predictions. I will be picking Jason David Frank if they was to actually have a fight. It probably won't happen. I'm just like, hell, I'm flirting with the idea too, just like Jason David Frank does. But if it was to happen, which I would love to see, I will literally pick Jason David Frank. So this is Warzone Jones. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'm out. Deuces.